Hey dude, so I felt like recording myself and the camera and stuff today, so I'm going to walk you through a couple of different things you'll see. So you're going to see an update on the quest tracker. There's going to be like a little NPC that I keep hitting to like look at the quest tracker. I'll eventually take him out. He'll eventually be someone you only talk to at the library or like on a quest tracker screen. There's no page 2 on the quest tracker yet. And then you'll also see some of the tutorials flash. So this is going to be a little bit of a longer playthrough just so you can see that like the quests can actually like track fully all the way down. So yeah, let's give this a shot. Alright, so you got the little tutorial there. I probably should have let you read that. This is the quest, yeah, I'm obviously like debugging some stuff. So this is the quest tracker to start as soon as you drop in the world. This is where you'll get, sorry, quest 1 will be updated as soon as you drop into the world. That thing down there where it says progress is 1, that's gonna be something that will obviously be essentially flavor text for the quest. Okay, so then you can pop out of that. I didn't have all that other stuff up. Yeah, you can see the titles. I haven't changed the font on that yet, but we can kind of figure out what a good font is for that. So right now I'm gonna, oh yeah, and you'll get to see this. I have 3 members in my party already, so if I talk over here, it's gonna be like, oh, like 3 of us should be enough. If you don't have party members, like it'll tell you where to go to find them, because that was one of the things that the player had some trouble with. So we're gonna go up here. We're gonna go to Jaro's lab. You know, basic training will probably say something like, oh, you should go to Jaro's lab, like this is what you should do next. So you'll go here, the little exclamation point is there. I think it's actually, no, it's on top of him. It's just really small. Okay, so he will say like, oh, like you're in good shape now. I'll like, you should move on and do stuff. If you don't have the party members, then he won't do that. So, okay, so he's like, hey, go talk to this guy. He'll like get you covered. So then we pop down here. We can talk to this guy. Assume that's gonna actually be like a real tutorial. Then we go back up. We go to Jaro's lab. Jaro's gonna basically be a bitch and be like, nah, why are you talking to me? Like, this isn't what you're supposed to do. But if we go, so in an ideal world, what would happen is the player would report back to the library. And I also think Jaro's assistant might be able to do this. They talk to this girl here. This is where like they'll probably get, my game plan is to let this give them a certain number of points which they can then like turn into buy skills for Mei. I think that's how I'm gonna do Mei's progression from here on out. So the other classes, the other characters have like actual character progression. Mei, or like they have like class changes. Mei, you just get to pick and buy your skills, and you buy them with stuff that you turn in with this. As soon as you finish that one, then all of these other quest updates. So now you can see like, oh, 1, 2, 3, and 4. 5, 6, 7, 8 are on a second page. I don't have that second page here yet on this particular NPC, so I have to like, I have essentially like 2 NPCs that pull up the pages. Yeah, more on that later. So you can see there's like no data because you haven't discovered this quest. This one will have flavor text, this one will have flavor text, and then of course this one's like, oh, I finished. So, and then you would have gotten points for that too. Alright, pop down here. So now you've got access to certain quests. You can actually like go all the way down here. It's like, oh, here's a little girl. Like she's got an exclamation point over her head now. So it's like, okay, we can kind of like actually move along. I think all of this will help make sure that the player isn't as confused, because I think the player was just lost on what to do. And I think this will help. So now, like, I think I'll have like an item, or we can do it from a menu so that if you press X instead, it'll have like a menu pop up where you can pull out your missions. But now we can look here and we can be like, oh, okay, the cat's meow updated. Progress is 2-4. Like, okay, like that's updated. I know I need to go like into the tunnel somewhere to find that cat. So we go over here. Oh, like the other one was called Into the Wormhole. So it's like, okay, that's the one that like you need to go to the wormhole. Like, so it's like you kind of know as a player like what to do now. Stuff, words, words, words. Semi-cutscene. Okay, we pick up the books, and so for example, like we just finished the quest. We're going to finish the quest. You get like a mission complete sort of thing. So you go here. Again, this is that NPC. You can be like, hey, I want to update this, but you can only update this at the library where you can also buy the skills for May too. So it's kind of like a, like you can track them and you can look at them, but you don't. Essentially, you want to accumulate all the quests that you can before you go turn in because. Like especially down in the tunnels. So you're like, hey, okay, like assume that this is at the library, you can turn it in, and then this would now be a red gem, signifying that you've completed it. So if we go here, there's 3 over the door. And we're gonna go do this. Pop over here. There might be like 1 random battle, but like, okay, now this girl has like an exclamation point that gives the player like a clear, like, this is what I need to do. I need to open the other side to get to, there are books on the other side. That's where I'm trying to get. So then the player ends up doing all this other stuff so that they're like basically trying to get to the other side. Like they kind of know what they're doing now. Can't run away from fights because I apparently didn't program that in, so that's cool. Alright, you can fast forward through this. May will die in 1 hit. Alright, cool. There's that. Alright, actually skills. I didn't pack anything with me, so. Alright, up we go. Okay, so this guy is gonna update us. He's gonna say, oh, 6-3, like, okay, now we know, like, okay, we talked to that girl, so then this quest updated. I think I've got something that'll just let me. There's a secret event here somewhere that lets me shoot. There it is. Okay, I'm gonna. This is my little, like, way of not having encounters. I'm gonna talk to the cat. This is part of like quest 2. So now that you've like already done quest 2, you can like walk around and grab all this stuff. Okay, so I don't want to get into any random battles. Okay. And so on and so forth. I don't want to finish this. You can actually finish most of this quest here, but I just don't want to deal with it. I'll show you something else. So I'm going to use the magic rope. I'm going to get out of here. Maze house tutorial. So it's like, okay, so I'm here. I shouldn't be able to leave it. I shouldn't be able to leave anymore today. But move on to the next day. And then, for example, like this is a nice fast one for the most part. Here's the cafe. And so we talk to this guy. It's like, okay, we got a tea voucher for free. And Bran is going through like his, you haven't talked to me yet, but actually I have. So anyways, I'll show you kind of like one of the other quests here. So if I go here, it's like, oh, we look at, these are the other quests. This is 5, 6, 7, and 8. So this is like the second page. So this would be like, hey, you need to take somebody out to tea. This one's like, oh, you need to sell stuff to the merchants because they're trying to get research items. Just wanting to chat. Yes, let's invite him to the tea house. Mission is complete because this is like your first time inviting somebody to the tea house. So you're like, okay, sweet, that's done. If I go here, talk to this, report, and you get your points. So, you know, I think this one might even have flavor text. Oh, no, just quest complete. last one that I'll show as like kind of an example is you could go over here and we could be like, okay, let's go to Marshall Research. We picked up a couple of stuff, so we're gonna go talk to this guy. So he's like, the first time that you sell something to him, you complete the mission. So it's like, okay, sweet, got it. Got the mission. Okay, cool. Then we can go over here. We can be like, oh, we already have that one. This one, we're like, oh, this one's called For Science. Yes, I am done. I've completed that one. I found some things in the tunnel and submitted them for research. So that is, I'd say that's the start of, that's the quest tracker. Everything is in there now. All 8 quests are in there. I think that's a good benchmark for the player too. Like the player can essentially think that in this first prototype, they need to finish quest 1 through 8. If you can finish quest 1 through 8, like, hey, that's awesome. Like, you got, you know, that was the big thing to accomplish this time around. I'm trying to think if there's anything else to tell you, but yeah, so from here I'm gonna try to figure out like how to better organize the quest tracker in terms of like being able to access it when you're not on this screen or when you're not at the library. And then I'm gonna also work out the point system so that you can maybe buy like 1 or 2 skills to probably 2 or 3 skills to start the game. So in this first run, you can kind of make some choices. So yeah, man, that's where we're at. I hope you're pleased with it. I'll have some more updates to you soon. Yeah, thanks for your patience, and yeah, that's it for now.